Alright, the Greatex has made a video, and it's got this horrible title, I'm pro-life. You know, he'll mock religion and such, but yeah, that's basically all you are. You're just doing the same thing as the religious nuts. You're just saying, the DNA did it, the DNA did it, the DNA knows what it's doing. Yeah, ride the ride, because the DNA said so. So anyway, yeah, I'm just not going to play this thing twice. It was already so irritating. Yeah, and I just did like 30 seconds of it. So anyway, let's on with the show. He just babbles here a bit.
500 feet.
Yep. Oh, and I'm all tired and pooped out and blah blah blah.
50 or something. I'm crazy fucking figure. For about 10-15 minutes, and put myself through all this suffering and pain and agony.
All right. So again, we're just gonna mock the words suffering, pain, and agony. Right? You're just mocking it, okay? So I mean, I could point you to all kinds of horrors, right? So the other day somebody posted a link to one of these eaten alive videos. Little baby elephant, 2 broken legs. That's bad enough as it is, right? Baby elephant with 2 broken legs. It's already outrageous to have a little baby elephant crawling on the fucking ground. Alright, and yeah, it's abandoned finally because they couldn't probably do anything with it. They probably spent hours trying to pick it up and help it and do something. And they probably all got terribly frustrated, you know, and they were all panicked, and the mother was all panicked, and everybody's all panicked and upset and horrified. But they had to get on with their life. They had to go eat and live and survive. And so they have to abandon this little fucking baby elephant with 2 broken fucking legs. What happens? Oh yeah, some lions show up, so it gets even better, right? Right? And then, yeah, a few hours later, they're still eating it. Okay? When eyes still blinking, still there, still functioning as it's being eaten alive. And you're gonna just say, oh yeah, your little fucking happy ride on your bicycle is worth that. Yeah, your little fucking, oh yeah, it's just a journey. I'm just journeying along. Who cares if there's other big pile of suffering that I'm journeying on the back of. That my little journey is made out of, right? Your journey doesn't exist without all that crap, asshole. All right, that's the price for your stupid, fat, pink balloon chasing, nonsensical, idiotic, pointless, idiotic, stupid, fat life. Moron.
Length of time. But right now, 5 minutes later, I feel fucking awesome. So it's life, you know. Even though I know I just have to cycle back down the hill again anyway. What's the point behind it? The point is the journey. The point isn't the end destination, okay?
Oh yeah, right. So don't measure something by the end result. That would be illogical. Just measure it by your enjoyment of it. So, you know, look, you know, there's an end consequence. The girl's drunk, she's unconscious. Go ahead and have sex with her, because who cares about her end result? Who cares about her waking up, right? You just pretend she never wakes up. Or maybe you can make it so she doesn't wake up. Yeah, just it's all about what you feel, and it's all about just contriving a justification for complete and utter bullshit. I mean, nothing. You're just going to sit there. I mean, you know how trite that phrase is? Life is just a journey, not a destination, right? I mean, it's so trite, it's a poster my mother gave me when I was 10 years old, right? I mean, that's how trite it is. That's how trivial and superficial it is. It's the kind of propaganda you feed a 10-year-old, all right? It's not something a serious brain spouts. It's fucking mumbo-jumbo. It's meaningless mush. No, it is about the destination, and the destination is the quality of the journey, you asshole.
This is not Rocky where you're just running up the steps and then that's you reach your goal. This isn't Christianity where you're living this transitory life then you go to heaven. Okay?
Well, look, the Christians don't even have any fucking goddamn proof of any of that anyway, so let's not pretend that the most of them think they're going anywhere. But anyway, continue your bullshit.
Teleology is bunk. Okay?
Yeah, it's bunk to sit there and try to figure out what something is. It's bunk to sit there and no, just enjoy the pink balloon. Okay, don't analyze the pink balloon. Don't figure out that it's just a stupid rubber bag with air in it. No, pretend it's full of magic fairy dust. Pretend it's full of fucking unicorn jizz. Right? I mean, just imagine the best you can imagine for the pink balloon, right? I mean, this is just, oh, God. Yeah, be a retard. Just be as dumb as possible, right? Be as dumb as possible.
By idiots. And every single case you look at of the teleological position is always idealist, wishful thinking. No.
Yeah, why don't you give us some examples?
I'm sorry, but the journey is what life is. It's not.
Yeah, well, that's just silly. It's just silly. Not to, why would human beings bother with gravestones then? Why would they sum up their life? Why would they even bother with the eulogy thing? Yeah, that's right, because it's basically the end game. I mean, you basically have to hit the right buttons in your life, and if you hit the wrong buttons, you're a shithead. You hit the right buttons, you're a good guy. I mean, there is an impact. There is a quality to your life. That's just a fact, shithead.
The destination, okay? So when I'm talking to people who have always transfixed upon being upset that there's no end goal, there's no Disneyland at the end of the drive, I'm sorry, but...
That's not really the argument. The argument is there's no purpose, okay? It's a cesspool, all right? Now, if it was a paradise, if the journey was just all flowers and lovely and it smelled great and it was all pretty and great scenery, well, then you might have an argument. But the point is the journey is a roller coaster. It's this plus-minus-y thing. And because there is no end, because there is no ultimate destination, there's nothing to justify the burden. So it is like a hardship. It is like having a skin graft where you have no wound. Why would I have a skin graft if I don't have a fucking wound? If there's no skin, if I don't need one, that would be really fucking stupid. That's the point here. If there's no need for it, you just don't go to the doctor and say, I want to have surgery, please. Okay, when you don't need surgery. So that's the point of there being no destination, is nothing's going to be accomplished through this procedure that we're going to live through.
I'm focused on the drive, okay, I'm focused on the journey, but, yeah, and we can improve that journey. It's like, people are like...
Yeah, well, whatever, yeah, let's improve it, yeah, let's fix it wherever we can fix it, but the bottom line is, the end game is, you're not going to be able to fix it. You basically have conceded that millions of times in your cursing of humanity and their stupidity. Are you going to be able to grow them out of any of that crap? Are you going to fix nature? No, the fuck you are not. You're not going to do a motherfucking thing about any of that horror. All those sentients can go fuck themselves as far as you could give a shit, rat's ass, because that's all part of the biosphere you're feeding on. So, yeah, fuck you. I mean, it's just, you're sitting there glorifying this, you're pro-life. No, you're pro-cannibalistic infestation. Okay, that's what life is. Cannibalistic infestation. That's the truth of it. That's the fact of it. Unravel that fact. Prove it to be something other than that fact, asshole.
Oh, what's the point of even trying? Well... Just do it. Just die then. Just die. Why?
Well, again, so the same old bullshit argument that somehow that solves the problem. So if I kill myself, there won't be somebody born tomorrow who's going to go through the same bullshit and have to figure out when they're 7 years old they're living with a bunch of puke heads, a bunch of moron journey chasers, a bunch of retards who shouldn't even have the right to reproduce. Right? And they're going to have to sit there and say, oh, I'm smarter than these assholes that had me, and now I got to wait until I'm old enough so I can take my, control over my life. First I have to go to 12 years of prison, and then I have to get connected to all these things and addicted to all this shit and get caught up in all this crap, and I don't even have a free liberty to say, no, Moss, I don't want to play your stupid fucking game. I don't even have a clean, straight way to walk to the door, the exit door. Now they put a whole bunch of burdens and obstacles in that way, so I even have to pay to get the fuck out of the game. I can't even leave this stupid game where I didn't ante, I didn't put any bet on the table, and I still have to pay to get the fuck out. I mean, fuck you.
Convince people, and I think, well, I guess it takes all sorts. I guess there's some people that are motivated by into doing something constructive. Yeah,
well, look, you can't even figure out, even though I've said it like to you 3 times in 3 different videos, to put a fucking Band-Aid over the fucking microphone on your fucking camera, and then you won't have that wind problem, moron. You can't even fix that.
About life. I guess it takes all sorts. Well, but I look at it from a game theory perspective, you know.
A game TV perspective? Is that what you said? I don't know.
Better to be pro-life or anti-life? Or sorry, pro-existence or anti-existence?
Yeah, pro-cannibalism, pro-addiction, pro-consumption, reproduction for no accomplishment. No justifying accomplishment. No end game strategy.
And I think it's better to be pro-existence than it is to be anti-existence.
I think, well, that's a great argument. I think, okay, I'll work on that one. You think so? Well, you're stupid. You're a pink balloon chasing retard.
I just wish this bee would fuck off. But, no, I totally get what anti-lifers are saying, but I get it more.
You totally don't get it, okay? You wouldn't title your video, I'm pro-life, when that's just a complete contradiction of what the hell the reality is, okay? Because you should exactly describe what you're pro. You're pro-cannibalism, you're pro little elephants with broken legs getting eaten alive by fucking elephants so you can have a glass of beer and say, that was good.
And they get it. Because I admit I am biased in this. I admit that I have a bias towards life, okay? I am biased towards existence.
Yeah, well, look, anybody who's alive is going to is going to tend to have that bias. So let's not pretend that anybody just wakes up this way. No, they have to sort of get this way. They have to get to the point where they say, "Oh, that's a little too much for me. I can't justify that," So they have to it has to sort of be beaten out of them a little bit.
And they call it irrational. That I'm addicted to life, and that addiction to life is tainting my perspective, or my honesty, or my credibility, or something.
Well, it certainly is tainting your credibility. I mean, again, you chose the title. I'm pro-life, a religious jargon. You chose it, and you know this word life is a word completely owned. It might as well be owned by Google. It might as well be owned by any of the conformist, IBMist, marketing. I mean, this word is the biggest lie in the English language in terms of what it means to people, and you goddamn know it.
And it's turning me into a pro-existence person, and hence my opinion can't be given credibility because I'm hooked on life.
Well, regardless, that's not the point. The point is your argument has no credibility. You make stupid arguments. You don't even understand the simple math equation where you can't create a negative state without the need first. Without the need organism, you have no negative to satisfy, to create a positive out of. And that's why the math fails, okay? You can't create a negative out of non-existence. You can only open the door to negative by creating.
But the thing is, antithesis, you're hooked on life as well. So if I'm tainted by life, if I'm made irrational by existence, then so are you, okay? Your position that you've come to is based upon your addiction to life and how much you despise that addiction.
Well, that doesn't even make any sense. So that's like saying if a heroin addict realizes they have an insanely stupid addiction, that somehow their addiction still owns them. Well, no, that's the first step of being free of their addiction, is to recognize their addiction, idiot. God, you really are dumb.
Just because, I'm biased and you disagree with my viewpoint, you must be unbiased. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. It's all bias. All subjectivity is bias.
Well, it's just stupid to make this argument because we can understand something intellectually and then we can evaluate it emotionally. So we can have emotional feelings about what we know to be the truth. We can know things about ourselves. We can call ourselves an asshole. This is something intelligent people are capable of doing. They're capable of feeling guilty, and they're capable of doing a lot of things, and it's based on them understanding, oh yeah, that was dumb, or that was selfish, or that was stupid, and so they can see right past their subjective bias and have an objective perception. Now, if I objectively watch a little baby elephant squirming on the ground suffering, and then I watch a lion show up, and then I watch it get eaten alive, I can objectively take in that thing, okay? I'm first going to have an emotional reaction. I have to say, okay, don't let your emotions get to you, but God, that was pretty horrible. And I could say, well, what can I put on the other side of the scales to make up for that? What event in my life would I say, yeah, I want to do that again, and it's okay if a baby elephant has to get eaten alive for me to do that again? Can I find anything in my life that I would be willing to pay baby elephant get eaten alive for? And I'd say, logically, no. There's not a motherfucking hope that I'm going to do anything spectacular enough to justify that little misery, that horror. Period. Okay, it's an intellectual observation. There's no subjectivity involved here. There's a simple weighing of experiences. And I would simply say I wouldn't pay $1 million to live what that poor little elephant lived. And I wouldn't pay $1 million, I wouldn't receive $1 million to have it happen to it again. Idiot.
Opinion is bias. And anti-life positions are just as biased as pro-life positions.
Bullshit. Where's your evidence of that? Okay, it takes non-bias to admit the addiction. It takes a non-bias to admit that you aren't spectacular, that your little happy moments, your little sunglasses aren't worth the Chinese arthritis that created them.
So, given that, it's better, like game theory, to choose a pro-life position, a pro-existence position. I'm going to stop saying pro-life now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, sorry, that's not how it, again, you just can't do this simple math, okay? Without creating the addict, there's no need, okay? There's nothing that needs to be accomplished, there's nothing that needs to be created, there's no deficit without the creation of the deficit machine, and that's what we are. That's what life is. Life is a deficit machine, all right? It's a consumer. It's not a producer. It produces nothing the universe can feed on. Not a single motherfucking thing.
Because the pro-life people are hypocrites, aren't they? It's like, oh, we want all these babies, we want it to be law that all these babies have to be born. But we don't want it to be law that they are looked after in hospitals. They're not getting free healthcare. Hypocrites. Want them to be born, but you know, if they die.
Yeah, well, what else are you saying here? You're saying the same shit. Life is just a journey, so it doesn't matter how shitty the journey is, right? No, because I'll just keep saying life is just a journey. What? We didn't promise you nothing. Right? Yeah, that you just keep making that excuse. Well, the universe doesn't make any promises. You don't get a contract.
Fucking sidewalk critters. I'm not obliged to look after them. I'm just obliged to ensure that they're born. But anyway, pro-existence, okay? Pro-existence. Right.
Same difference, asshole. You're still pro. Yeah, do something. Play experiment games with other consciousness's welfare. With something you can't control, you can't manage, but somehow you feel like you should keep doing it. Why? Because the DNA told you to, right? Yeah, that's right. The Lord, thy DNA, thy whatever, holy DNA.
The objective position, okay? Because you guys think you've got the objective position. It's always these people with these fucking delusions of grandeur that they've latched onto the objective position. They've tuned truth there.
Yeah, right. And the alternative is that everybody just makes up their own crap. There's no such thing as an authority. There's no such thing as a qualified opinion. There's no such thing as a logically an opinion consistent with what are the facts. So it's logically consistent or coherent. There's no such thing as a coherent opinion. Right, we're just going to call them all subjective and call them all equal. Fail. Sorry. Reality doesn't work that way, Tubby.
Everybody else disagrees with them is somehow some kind of heroin addict. Fuck you. You're just as biased as I am. At least I admit it, you know. The objective position.
You have to prove the bias, okay? You can't just claim it. You have to prove it. You have to demonstrate why somebody would have a bias against. How exactly, what mechanism, what formatting would create that circumstance?
It's none of this shit matters, okay? What does it matter if something suffers? It suffers. It's just chemicals interacting. It's just those chemicals that make up your dying dog will make up a rock in 1,000 years.
Yeah, so how does that undo the reality of sentience? Oh, I don't think it does.
Make up some bacteria shit in a week. Same chemicals that make up you now probably were part of a sun 1 billion years ago, or 5 billion, whatever.
Yeah, so you babble so much that you can't even. Was there a coherent point there? Were you actually really trying to say that the sentient experience has no consequence, it has no meaning, so you can just mayhem and exploit and harm anything you want to anytime because their sentience is going to turn into a glass of Kool-Aid tomorrow? What the fuck is your point?
Well, happenstance, objectively speaking, and that's not even objective. That's not even the objective perspective. That's just.
Why would it be the objective perspective to not recognize the significance of sentience? That would be the retarded perspective. That would be the completely retarded perspective, not to recognize a phenomenon that you have tons and tons and tons of evidence of existing. I have my own eyewitness testimony. I mean, it really is. I have it, okay? Now, unless I've been completely controlled by alien energy or something else and the whole thing is a fake and my brain is completely dysfunctional and has no logical continuity, I am personally experiencing sentience. And I can testify that it's a significant event.
A sort of median of all the relativistic perspectives humans can have, based upon the information we currently possess.
Yeah, that's right. We have plenty of information indicating that sentience is wow, significant stuff. That's really important thing. Big fucking difference between a baby elephant and a carrot.
Not biased. What a lot of shit. You're biased against existence. Because of it. Existence has made you be biased against it.
Oh, that's cute. So existence has made people biased against it. Well, of course, experience it makes every thought that runs through your head. Your experience is going to create that thought. And so you're still going to have to make the argument, though, where there would be some structural bias. We can see the bias that would create the ego, okay, the positive ego that would think, oh yeah, the universe kicks ass because I'm in it. Yeah, that bias is easy to see. It's pretty hard to find the bias where this guy admits, oh yeah, I'm an addict, I'm living on Cannibal Island, the whole thing is fucking insane. Where's the bias pushing somebody to those conclusions?
And existence has made me be biased towards it. And I think that's a good motivation factor for me. Because I've been close to non-existence and I've realised how empty it is. It's not like going to...
Oh, whatever. Yeah, you've been close to non-existence. So this is just, you know, for every person, we could do these near-death crap forever, right? I could say I had a stroke. I was close to non-existence, and I could tell a whole little story about it. And it's going to be a completely different story than your little bullshit story. And has absolutely no meaning whatsoever.
Sleep for a little while or something into some deep, peaceful sleep. No, because your last seconds will be the thought that you will never wake up again. That's non-existence.
Oh, whatever. That isn't how most people pass, okay? They don't pass contemplating passing. They just pass. They just fucking fade into the oblivion, and they don't get to contemplate it.
You're losing consciousness, and all the way down that journey into unconsciousness, the thought that's in your mind...
None of that shit happens. I mean, OJ's wife was dead that fast, okay? You cut the blood to your brain, and you are dead, okay? You're dead instantly. The blood pressure stops. Your consciousness is gone. It's not working anymore. You don't think about it, oh, my head fell off. I'm gonna fade into non-existence now. No, none of that shit happens, moron.
You will never wake up again. Okay? And if you want to experience that, then go ahead and fucking experience it. So,
Well, whatever, asshole. You're gonna die anyway, okay? It's all a matter of when, not if. Stupid fuck.
it's painless after all. Painless because you don't have to go on living and coping and trying to solve problems. You know, very.
Yeah, try to perpetuate cannibalism. Why would you want to perpetuate harm to other sentient beings? So yes, people are working to prevent harm to other sentient beings by preventing other assholes from doing this pro-life thing. Yeah, Bill, let's just keep on pushing more fodder. Put some more pawns on the board to be manipulated and abused and used up and ground up. Yeah, put some more elephants on the fucking ground so you can have more babies crawling with broken legs and getting eaten alive by lions. Why feed it? Why feed the machine, idiot?
Simple solution. Just fucking slit your wrists and end it all.
Yeah, again, just bullshit. Okay, it has nothing to do with the subject. It doesn't solve the problem. It's about procreation. Moron, do you understand the word procreation?
You know, simplistic, lazy fucking solution to everything. It's like just anti-bullshit.
And your solution is nothing. Again, like I said, you can't solve the fucking wind problem on your camera. All right, and you think you're going to solve the broken-legged baby elephant problem, or you're going to solve the inevitable death thing, the whole decomposition of the human. The whole idea that the human desperately clings because he's addicted and they can't even give up. Even when the game is way the fuck over, they still can't give up. And they just keep enduring more and more indignity, more and more degradation, more and more horror because they can't let it go. And you're going to sit there and glorify that. Glorify it.
He's like, people gamble on having kids, but what if when I was born the elephant man? How many people have been born with John Merrick's condition? How many people? You know.
How many does it take, asshole? All right. Again, how many of your little orgasms is worth that? How many? How many do I have to put on the fucking scale, douchebag? How many of your little happy experiences do I have to put on the scale to make that existence justifiable? I know I wouldn't live it. I know there's not a billion years in little pearly gate perfection would I pay that price. If I have to pay that price for that fucking paradise, I wouldn't pay it, okay? For your little infinite paradise, I'm still not paying it. So how many do you fucking need, asshole? How many do you fucking need? You tell me, how many little happy, dopey, shit fuck-faced human beings chasing their little pink balloons? How many of them, how many little retards on their little yellow fucking bus chasing your little fucking journey balloons? How many of you fucktards equal a John Merrick?
But still not worth the risk. Fucking coward. You know? I mean, what's so bad about being John Merrick?
What's so bad? What's so bad about spending your whole life being treated like shit, absolute shit, being physically tormented? I mean, your body just twisted and contorted, horrible tumors, infections, liabilities. You can't lie the fuck down, ever, or you die. I mean, yeah. Oh, what's so bad?
He was quite content with his life. He was quite, although he was just as depressed as any other human being, through his struggle and his suffering, he came to certain conclusions upon life that not many people manage to make.
Oh, this is just such fucking goddamn bullshit. Again, if you had to live it, knowing what it is and knowing what you've lived, oh, fuck you. Like you would actually pay that price. For what? For what would you pay that price? Tell me. You tell me what fucking 50 years of your life you would pay that price for. I mean, or 30 years, whatever the fuck.
But people treated him like shit, and they laughed at him and spat at him and mocked him and stuff, and paraded him around as a freak. Yeah, that was terrible. But what, we should just not have kids just in case people do that? Yeah, it's
No, we should not have kids because they don't ask to be here. It's a stupid experiment to conduct. They not only have the risk of being John Merrick, they have the risk of Lou Gehrig's disease. They have the risk of leukemia. They have the risk of a twisted, colon wrapped around their fucking liver. They have 5 zillion lotteries, negative lotteries they're going to be entered in, okay, where they can have catastrophic horror fall on them. Little broken-legged elephant circumstance that they're going to fall into because of your stupid, jackass, pointless, idiotic, no good reason experiment, because you feel you have the authority to conduct an experiment with somebody else's welfare. You arrogant fucking asshole.
always about, not challenging people's bullshit opinions, I mean, why not, like, combat people doing that to other human beings? Combat people treating other human beings like freaks.
Look, there's a person that's got John Merrick disease right now, living in, I don't know if she's still alive, in Haiti. All right, she can't see anymore. She can't talk. She has to eat through a straw. All right, and the last words she did speak were, "Kill me, kill me, kill me." I mean, she kept asking for somebody to kill her, but nobody can do it because everybody's too, her mother can't kill her. Nobody could kill her. All right, but that's what you really want, is just to be killed. All right? Fuck you.
Why not try and solve those kind of problems rather than just saying, fuck it, nobody get born. Nobody, it's easier to convince everybody to stop procreating.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's simple solutions to problems, and then there's complex solutions to problems. So let's say we have the problem of nuclear energy. All right, it's a complex problem. If you make nuclear power plants, you got to make sure they work, and you got to regulate it, and you got to do all this stuff, or it ain't going to work out because the little fuckers will screw with you. All right, and they'll fucking have the stupid battery will run out, and the valve won't stay open, and the whole thing will melt down and turn into a big shit pile. All right, the simple solution, don't have nuclear energy. So if you can afford the simple solution's the answer, right? That's the quickest way to get from here to the finish line and win. That's the way to go. Don't invent the problem in the first place. That's the simple solution. And for you to talk like, this fixing the human race thing, that's just going to be a snap. Yeah, we can make people not egomaniacal. We can make them non-competitive. We can do all of these things. We can make them impotent and all lovey and balloon chasers. And then you would look at that spectacle and do what? You'd throw up. It would be disgusting. You'd say, why the fuck? This is humanity? A bunch of little sissies chasing pink balloons?
Than it is to stop people being dicks towards each other.
Yeah, good luck, asshole.
Nonsense.
Oh, we can't stop people maniacally murdering other people. I mean, we're basically in Libya trying to assassinate a guy because we stole $1 trillion from him, and we basically want to steal the other trillion he has in gold. And that's all we're doing. We're doing that. We have people that we've elected, President of the United States, who are that fucking insidious, bloodthirsty, motherfucking cunt evil. And you're going to talk to me how we're going to fix those kind of human beings?
Just a mope disorder. That's what this anti-existence thing is. It's a mope disorder. Just want to complain. Just want to justify negativity.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, no, we just, you know what, like I said, how long do you have to live with it? You apparently can feed on it, okay? You probably watch rape porn or something, right? You watch snuff films or something. You're probably a motherfucking sick, sadistic bastard. But other human beings, they see the horror, they see the disgusting cannibalism happening right outside their fucking window. They watch their animals die. They watch things happen, and they say, this is stupid. Why the fuck would I be part of this? I certainly wouldn't vote for it if it was on a ballot somewhere. I wouldn't vote for it. And that's all they're saying. And so they're saying, why the fuck would I want to come back here? Why the fuck would I want to be injected back into this crap again to figure out again that I'm living with a bunch of fucking morons who can't accept that they're just addicted motherfucking idiots?
We've got some scientific rhetorical authority behind our negativity. Fuck off. Why not?
Yeah, we have a logical argument. Yeah.
Just step up and start fucking thinking about solving problems rather than just trying to convince everybody the solution to everything.
Yeah, you've already said this 3 fucking times, and again, the solution is simple. We make messes. That's all a living thing can do, is make a fucking goddamn mess. It's all open negative liability. Not creating it is a sure thing. You're guaranteed a zero. You're guaranteed not losing. And that's a win. Not losing is a huge fucking win. Especially when you have no purpose to your journey.
Problem is not having kids. Or just dying, you know.
Again, who's saying that? Who's suggesting anybody should just die? That's not what anybody's suggesting, asshole. Again, don't you know what the word procreation is again? This is, again, we have to explain this to you. Antinatalism is about not reproducing. It's not about blowing your brains out or cutting your nuts off or picking your fucking nose, idiot. It's about not playing and doing an experiment on a consciousness. It's about not being Dr. fucking Frankenstein. That's what it is, asshole.
Right, and it's just that you have to point out these things again and again and again. If everybody's ethical, okay, in your system, everybody's ethical, and nobody has kids, then the species just ends within 20, 30, 40 years, okay? The species ends, you know? And old people will grow old, and the young will look after them, and then the young will grow old, and there'll be nobody to look after them.
Oh, yeah, and nobody could ever get a grip on it, right? And just say, yeah, you live your life while you're healthy, and that's it. You don't need this. If you're already so much of a fucking parasite that you want somebody to look after you, you already suck, all right? You already don't have what it takes to be an ethical human being if you're already thinking about how I'm going to have a bunch of other humans maintain me so I can exist. Yeah, maybe I'll pay the minimum wage. Fuck you.
The last human being alive will probably fall and break their hip and be crawling along the fucking ground for 3 days to try and get...
Yeah, well, at least they won't be eaten by any lions, right? Alive. Now, I'm sure we could leave the lasters, we can leave them a graceful exit. And you know it.
Some water will die of starvation. The last thought in their mind is, nobody will come after me. Will that be a celebration or will it be a lament? Who can tell?
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to, right? Yeah, that's it. The whole game, though, right? We control that perception. That perception's right in our hands, all right? That's not something the universe insists on. The DNA doesn't insist on it. There's no rule except the rule we make about that perception. We can be adults and mature and say, yeah, I had some good parties. I drank some good beers. I did some good fornicating, okay, with protection. And, yeah, it's time to go. Not a big deal, asshole. Alright, well, I'm towards the end here anyway. Got to do the phone thing. So we'll cut it off here, I guess. I really don't want to edit this. I might have to anyway. It might be a big file. We'll see. Well, we'll see.
But it will be biased one way or the other. And the universe can go on peacefully, never being aware of itself ever again. We've lost this remarkably complex and fucking amazing, astounding development.
Yeah, right. Astounding development of cannibalism, taken to the most eccentric and bizarre level possible, right? So yeah, so it's all the way to this magnificence where it takes this beautiful sentient creature, this little baby elephant, and it breaks its legs and has it crawl around for who knows how many days, squirm around on the ground, trying to find cover until some lions come along and eat it alive. Yeah, that's just so fucking cool. Yeah, the universe couldn't do without that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, because somebody couldn't handle something.
Again, you can't handle putting a Band-Aid over the fucking microphone on your fucking camera.
Good job.
Excellent. Yeah, you're going to fix all the world's problems. Yeah. You're just going to sit there and pass the fucking buck. Oh, the DNA. It's DNA's fault. Yeah, okay, it's not a perfect world. I didn't make it, so it's okay. I'm not going to judge because, nah, that would be a sensible, rational thing to do, and I don't bother with that rational thing. Yeah, fuck you. You're all fail all over the place. So, whatever, asshole.